Hey y'all, let me show you how to cook the perfect Easter ham. Welcome back y'all. Sorry I missed last Wednesday, but we're getting right back into it. But I just had to make sure I gave y'all an Easter recipe with it coming up. But hey, this is a perfect ham right here. You won't want to make it any other way. Alright y'all, today we got us a 10-pound ham. I didn't opt for the spiral one. But if you want to use spiral, it's fine. But let's go ahead and get it out of its packaging. Alright, so since I didn't buy a spiral one, what I want to do is take my knife and I'm going to cut a diamond pattern. And you're only going to go in about a 1/2 inch as far as depth. It doesn't have to be perfect. Keep going until we got all the sides cut that way. And all I'm doing is just gently going the opposite direction. Alright, y'all, now I'm going to go in with my binder. I'm using Dijon mustard. If you don't want to use a binder, it's fine. Don't use it. But this is what I prefer on a ham. Now, you can use regular mustard if you don't have Dijon laying around. All this is going to do is help retain the moisture in that ham. Now that we got our sides good and coated, we're going to take some of Killer Hog's The Barbecue Rub and give this outside a good sprinkle. I'm just going to go back, pat it in. Alright, now that we got it seasoned, I'm going to get it over onto a bacon rack over a cookie sheet. Just put it down. And you want to cook it face down. And then I got 2 cans of pineapple juice. I'm going to pour them into our baking pan, our cookie sheet. And this is also going to help make sure we have a good moist ham. Alright, now that we've got it prepped, we got it ready, we're going to head on over to our pellet grill. Alright y'all, we got our grill running at 275 degrees. And let's get this thing on. Is it going to fit? Barely. Well, it looks like it barely fits, but it'll still cook. Alright y'all, we're going to let this go for a little bit, and then we'll be back and check it in about an hour. Alright y'all, it's time to make our glaze. We're going to start off with 1 whole stick of... I'm using salted butter. Now if you have unsalted, you just want to add just a little touch of salt, a little pinch. We're going to get it melted down. Alright, now that we got it melted down, we're going to add in 1 cup of brown sugar. Oops. And 1/2 cup of honey. We're just cooking this over a medium heat. We're going to add in 1/4 cup of orange juice. Then we're going to add in 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon. 1/2 teaspoon of ground clove. We're going to get those whisked together. We're just going to let this cook for about 3 to 4 minutes. Alright y'all, our glaze is done. It's kind of we got it to pretty much that consistency. Kind of like a warmed up syrup. We're going to set our ham over here and we're going to get it glazed up. Alright, so we've had it going on our pellet grill for 3 hours. Remember, at 275 degrees. It's hitting roughly about 120 in the center. I want to go ahead and get it glazed and get it back on for those 30 minutes to bring it up to roughly around 135 to 140. Alright, we're going to make sure we get it down those cracks. Let's see if I can get it drizzle down the front for y'all. Spin it around and get the side. This particular ham glaze, it works for any season. You can do it at Christmas, you can do it at Easter. Any of them works just fine. I just want to make sure everything's good and coated before I put it back in. We're going to get it back on for another 30 minutes, let this glaze set up real good on it, and then we'll get it off there. Alright, y'all, we'll let it go till it was hitting 137. We're going to take our glaze that we've let sit and thicken on up and just kind of let it run down. So my total cook time before I glazed it was 3.5 hours. And I came back, glazed it, and it took another 45 minutes to hit roughly 137. I was looking for 137, 140, right in that range. But it took me an additional 45 to get there. Alright, now we're just going to let it sit and rest, let this glaze melt in, and then we'll cut it open. Alright, we've let it sit and rest, and I want to get mine moved over to a cutting board. Oh yeah. So, now that we got on our cutting board, let's get it flipped. And let's get slicing. Ooh. Oh, look at that. Hey, we keep it thick around here. Alright, y'all, before we take a bite, I just want to remind you, anything you see me cook out here on a pellet grill, you can cook the exact same way in the oven. Same temp, same time. Well, let's get us a bite. Lord have mercy, that's good. Ooh, all the sweet notes. But hey, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you check me out on other social medias. I go by Cooking with Babe. You can find me there. Catch me next week, and let's see what we do.